certain violent crimes, enhancement could even bring more substantial time, potentially adding 5 to 20 years onto a sentence.
Hey, you're paying your tab. You're paying your tab. You get your ass on the field.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about the additional charges that the outlaw members are facing from the beatdown at Pike's Pub. So additional charges in the criminal gang enhancement added against 4 Pike Pub beating suspects. If you remember, there were 6 suspects in the situation. I mean, it was recorded, so it's not alleged, right? Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, it's all good. Start your own podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. Today, we are talking about these individuals. So these are the guys who are charged. It says here, Fort Wayne, Indiana. An Allen Superior Court magistrate approved a motion by prosecutors to add criminal organization activity charge and criminal gang enhancements against 4 Pike Pub beating suspects. The charges and enhancements were added against Jerrad Impton, Christopher Yoho, Douglas Zuber and Ryan Minick. 2 other suspects, Vard, Warnock, and Justin Wert, have upcoming hearings August 25th and the 18th. Warnock's upcoming hearing is set to focus on a motion to add criminal organization activity charge and a notice of intent to seek criminal gang enhancement. The new charges have already been added against Wert. The 6 men were charged in May after a video of an attack at Pike's Pub was widely shared on social media. It showed several white men identified by police as being affiliated with the Outlaws Motorcycle Club beating James Simmons, a black man, and using racial slurs. Allen County Chief Deputy Prosecutor has also moved to try all the men together rather than holding separate trials. In his motion, the prosecutor said the charges stem from a series of acts where part of the common scheme or plan are so closely connected in time, place, and occasion that it would be difficult to separate proof of one charge from proof of the others. So this is crazy developments. Court documents for the men outlined their alleged roles in the beating. Each of them was initially charged with felony battery and a misdemeanor criminal recklessness. Wert was also charged with strangulation. He is seen on the video putting his hands around Mr. Simmons' neck. So this is crazy that these guys are being charged with gang enhancement charges that could leave them in prison for a long time. Like, I don't know if they're aware of the seriousness of the gang enhancement charges. Let's take a look at how long they carry. Indiana federal case gang enhancement charge can lead to a significant increase in jail time. Specific penalty depends on the underlying felonies and the extent of the gang involvement. Generally, enhanced charge added a fixed term of imprisonment to a sentence for the original crime, potentially doubling it, or even adding years beyond that, depending on the circumstances. If they're charged with RICO under the Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organization Act, that can land them in prison for 25 years or even life imprisonment for serious offenses. Indiana Code, the approach to gang enhancement. If the state provides beyond a reasonable doubt that the felony was committed to benefit, promote, or further the interests of the criminal organization, additional fixed terms of imprisonment is added to the sentence. So this could mean years in prison. The underlying felony was a level 5 felony with 1 to 6 year range. The enhancement could add another 1 to 6 years on top of it, potentially resulting in a total sentence of 2 to 12 years. On a 1 to 6, it would make it 2 to 12. Certain violent crimes or crimes involving firearms, enhancement could even bring more substantial time, potentially adding 5 to 20 years onto a sentence. So these guys, it's not looking good for any of them. If you guys remember, they were in a bar and these 6 individuals, they approached a black man in the bar and they told him to pay his tab and they beat him. We're gonna mute the audio because I don't want racial slurs to be used on my channel. But this is the video. You could see, I believe his name is James Simmons. You could see James Simmons with the yellow vest on. He just got done with work. I believe it was his birthday on this day. And you can see these guys all coming around. They have Fort Wayne. Look, they have cuts on Indiana Outlaws. Not too smart to be doing this with their cuts on. And listen, I got respect for all motorcycle clubs out there. There's certain individuals that kind of wreck it for everybody. And the racial slurs don't come. If you want to see the rest of this video, go to Patreon and you'll see the rest of the video. And I'm only going to play stills. But the racial slurs come from this table right here. They're the ones hurling the racial slurs. I don't believe anybody that was involved with the fight were saying racial slurs to anybody in here. I'm pretty sure they were coming from this table, the people at this table. They're telling him to pay his tab. He starts walking out, and they're like, oh, no, you're going to pay your tab. That's when the hands start getting put on him. And drinks start getting knocked over. around this time is when the racial slurs come. You see this guy has a chair over his head. Like, all of that is not going to look good. I'm surprised they didn't charge him with weapons charges. The other guy had his hands around his throat. It's just not good for any of them. I mean, they might as well have their name tags out when they got their cuts on. I mean, all of them are in some big trouble. The guy right there on the top right there is the guy, I think it's the guy on the right all the way to on the top. I believe that's that guy. Now, the bar has not opened since this incident happened. So all of these guys are being charged with enhanced charges, and they will be in prison for quite a while for this situation. I mean, they're going to be in prison a lot longer than they think. It's a pretty wild situation. I want to know, what are your thoughts on this whole situation? Do you think they should be charged with enhancements and go to prison for longer? Or do you think they should just be charged with the flat out charges that they have of assault and things like that? Or do you think this case warrants more charges and for them to do possibly double the time in prison? It's a crazy situation, and I want to know your thoughts. Put it in the comments below, and I hope you guys like this content. If you do, hit the like button, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys, and remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now, accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.